Hello everyone, welcome to this new video. And in this video we're gonna take a new type of problem. There's a concept that is complex numbers. I haven't touched before, I haven't given any problem of complex numbers. And this is actually the main thing is it's all about the logic. So problem of the day playlist is all about the logics. So how good you can apply your math logics and your experience and all those for solving the problem. And in that scenario we'll be applying some vital concepts of specific chapters. So in this problem we'll be using complex numbers concept as well as a bit of binomial expansion. So let us see the problem. So the problem is he asks us to find the value of sigma r is equal to 0 to 19 minus 1 whole power r into cos r pi by 20 whole power 20. Alright, so this is a question. I hope you got an idea like what to do, what is actually being asked to us. So he has asked us to find the sigma, so we need to add all the values and we need to find the answer. That's it. So but because it's not that easy, the addition process is not that easy, so we need to look out for some alternatives. So coming to the solution, so first I shall write the equation given to us. All right, so the question given to us, sigma r is equal to 0 to 19 minus 1 whole power r into cos r pi by 20 whole power 20. Okay, this is what he has asked. So I'll just write it once again. This is 20 in the denominator and whole part 20. Alright, and now you need to find this value. So first of all, this is cos r pi by 20. So anyway, like whenever you find this, only especially cos terms, and we cannot do anything because it's not like we can generally add, we can just add them using the formula, because we have minus 1 whole power r. So we'll be facing some minus for some terms and plus for some terms. So we need to make sure like we convert this into an easy form so that we can evaluate. So I shall convert this into exponential form. So we know this, that e power I theta is equal to cos theta plus I sin theta, isn't it? So I'll be using this. All right, so instead of theta, I'll be putting pi by r pi by 20. Okay, so r pi by 20, I get cos r pi by 20 plus I sin r pi by 20. And instead of theta, now I put minus r pi by 20. So I get minus r pi by 20 is equal to cos of minus r pi by 20. It's once again cos r pi by 20, and this we get minus sin r pi by 20. Alright, so we just add these two terms so that we get 2 cos r pi by 20 is equal to e power r pi by 20 plus e power minus r pi by 20. Alright, so this is what we're gonna get. So you get cos r pi by 20 is equal to e power I r pi by 20 plus e power minus I r pi by 20 divided by 2. So this is what we're gonna get, the value of cos r pi by 20. So we're gonna use this value here. All right, we're gonna use this value of 2. Let me keep this as 2. So we'll be using this value of 2 in the 1. All right, so coming to the next page. So keeping that, we get sigma r is equal to 0 to 19 minus 1 whole power r into e power I r pi by 20 plus e power minus I r pi by 20 divided by 2 whole power 20. So now we need to look out for simplification process. So what I'll be doing is I'll just take this e power minus r pi by 20 common. So I get for some time being, I'll just avoid this sigma, I'll just put it at last. Alright, so I'll just write it in this way: minus 1 whole power r into e power minus minus I r power by r pi by 20 into 1 plus e 2I r pi by 20. Alright, so it is, and also I'll just take the 2 common outside. I get 2 power 20, and because I've taken this common, I'll just need to put here 20. Alright, so this is what I'm gonna get. And now we can just cancel these two, 20 and 20, and we are left with e power minus I r pi. So I'll write this as e power minus pi whole power r. Alright, so e power minus I pi is nothing but cos of minus pi, which means that minus 1, cos of minus pi is nothing but cos pi, which is equal to minus 1. So we get this to be minus 1 whole power r. So we'll just put this here. So minus 1 whole power r already is there, and here again we got minus 1 whole power r divided by 2 power 20 into 1 plus e power 2. I'll just write it here in this way, I into 2r pi by 20. Alright, so this is what we got here. And minus 1 whole power r into minus 1 whole power r, we have a sigma here, r is equal to 0 to 19. So whatever be the value, you get minus 1 into minus 1 to be 1, as well as minus 1 whole square into minus 1 whole square, you get 1. So whatever may be the value of r, even it may be even or odd, we'll be getting the same value. Alright, so we can just neglect this. So I can just write this in this way, and also assume this alpha to be e power I 2 pi by 20. Alright, I'll assume this alpha to be I power 2 pi by 20. Alright, so this is what I'll be assuming alpha as, so that I can just write it in some conventions and all. So for that reason, now we have 1 power 20 here. I'll just take that common because it doesn't have any role in the sigma case. So this we are left out with sigma r is equal to 0 to 19. Alright, sigma r is equal to 0 to 19. 1 plus, now this is nothing but alpha, right? This is nothing but alpha, and this let me write it here. Alright, so instead of writing this, I'll just put this here. So this bracket we got here alpha power r. Alright, so we got this e power I 2 pi by 20 whole power r. So I'll just written in this way. So whole power alpha power r. So I'll just write that here. So I'll be going to the first page now. I'll be arranging this some part. So what I'll be getting is 1 by 2 power 20 sigma r is equal to 0 to 19. This is nothing but 1 plus 20 c1 alpha power r plus 20 c2 alpha power 2r plus so on plus 20 c20 alpha power 20r, isn't it? Because we have whole power 20 here. Alright, so this is nothing but alpha power r whole power 20. So that's the reason we have used this convention. So we have like binomial expansion part. So this is where I told you the binomial expansion plays in the question. So 1 plus 20 c1 alpha power r plus 20 c2 alpha power 2r plus 1 20 c20 alpha power 20r. Alright, so now I'll just write two terms here. 1 by 2 power 20 whole bracket sigma r is equal to 0 to 20. This one and 20c20 is again 1, so I'll just write this here 20c alpha power 20r as one bracket, and sigma r is equal to 0 to 19 20c1 alpha power r, which means the remaining terms from starting from here and ending here, all these terms I'll be writing in this bracket. I'll let you know what's the significance of writing in that way. 20c1 alpha power r plus 20c2 alpha power 2r plus so on 20c19. Okay, I'll just write it once again. 20c19 alpha power 19r. Okay, so here we close this bracket. So this is what we are having the expansion. So this is one bracket and this is one bracket. And why did I write it in that way? So let us expand this. Okay, let us expand this. Just put r is equal to 0 once. When we put r is equal to 0, we get 20c1 into alpha power 0. We can just write it that to be 1. Okay, 20c1 plus 20c2 alpha power 2, like this is alpha power 0, again this is 2 plus we can just write it in this way 20c19 we have actually 20C19 alpha power 19, and again it's a 0. Okay, so this is what we gonna get. And when we put r is equal alpha r is equal to 1, okay, we get 20C1 alpha plus 20C2 alpha square plus so on 20C19 alpha, isn't it? So this is what we're gonna get, because everything is dependent upon r, so we are just writing it in this way. And now you can just see here, like we can just go in this way, like putting r is equal to 1, we have got this, r is equal to 0, we have got this. So finally we can put r is equal to 19 and check here, we get 20C1 alpha power 19 plus 20C2 alpha power 38 plus so on. Alright, so now you can just check the 20C1 terms. Okay, 20C1 here, 20C1 alpha here, so on 20C1 alpha power 19. Here you can check 20C2, 20C2, 20C2 alpha square, 20C2 alpha power 4, so on 20C2 alpha power 38. So moving to the next page. So here you can just check, take 20C1 common, you get first you get 1 plus, and then you get alpha, and then you get alpha square plus so on alpha power 19. Alright, and then you come to 20C2, you get alpha square plus alpha power 4 plus so on plus alpha power 38. Alright, so this goes on for every term. Now you can just clarity check here, 1 plus alpha square plus so on alpha power 19 are nothing but they are, this whole bracket is nothing but sum of 20 roots of unity, isn't it? Sum of 20 roots of unity, these are the sum of 20 roots of unity. So this is nothing but 0, isn't it? So 1 plus alpha square plus so on plus alpha power 19 is 0. And here also you can just take alpha square common, you get 1 plus alpha square plus so on plus alpha power 19, and again this tends to 0. So the total bracket here, alright, so the total bracket here is nothing but 0. And coming to here this first bracket, we have I'll just write this whole term here. Okay, so 1 by 2 power 20 sigma r is equal to 0 to 19 1 plus alpha power 20r. Alright, so this is what we have. So you can just like adding 1 to 19 times, like from r is equal to 0 to 19, you get this to be 20. Alright, so this stuff I'm telling, it has to be 20, the value has to be 20. And this one alpha power 20r, what is alpha power 20? It's nothing but I 2 pi by 20. Alright, so just put that here into whole power 20. Alright, so this is 20, and you just need to cancel an r. So e power I 2 pi, which is nothing but cos 2 pi plus I sin 2 pi, isn't it? So cos 2 pi, you can just check that value is nothing but 1. So 1, and here whole power r. Alright, so starting from r is equal to 0 to 19, again 1 power this sigma gives the value 20. So 1 by 2 power 20 into 20 plus 20, and the other bracket sum is 0. So totally it's 40 by 2 power 20. Alright, so this is the value, and this would actually give you 40. You can just write it as 2 power 3 into 5 divided by 2 power 20. So you get the value as 5 by 2 power 17. Alright, I'll just write it once again. So 5 by 2 power 17. So the answer for this question is 5 by 2 power 17. I hope you guys understood. So this is a very good problem, a totally advanced level problem, I would say, in math. So using the logics and also different, like dividing them into brackets and then solving it, and using the correct concepts of complex numbers here. And you need to identify this, basically, that this sum is actually tending to 0 because they are the roots of unity. So all the roots of unity, sum of all the roots of unity will be actually 0. In this case, you can just use that concept and keep this bracket, the whole, like equate this bracket sum to be 0, and here we can just evaluate that easily. So we have got the value as 40 by 2 power 20. So this is how you do it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So stay tuned for the next problem, and thank you for watching.